Hello everybody, I'm Lady Nika, and with this week's edition of Fuck Shit Friday. Usually this is the edition of the week where we talk shit and swallow spit, but in lieu of what has been going on in wake of Hurricane Harvey, we're not going to really do it that way. We're going to talk about what's going on down there in Texas and the lower half of Louisiana. Last Friday, one week today, Hurricane Harvey came on to the lower shores of Texas. They said that it was, let me see, Corpus Christi. What were they telling us? They said it came to Rockport, Corpus Christi, and Victoria, Texas was the most affected by the storm. Then the storm moved inland more, and that caused flooding for Texas, Houston, Texas. Now it's been a mess and a blast from the past, child. Seeing people on flotation devices on top of houses. Some folks sitting in their homes with flood waters inside of there because they disabled or they're elderly and they don't have no option where we gonna go. They just sitting there waiting on a absolution that may not come in time enough for them to be okay, because they are discovering deaths as a result of this. So far, from what I heard last night, the death toll had reached 39. Now, y'all, I'm telling you, it's disabled people and all kinds of stuff. And out there in the water, I saw them because I've been heavily watching CNN since then. Saw them removing elderly people, getting them to safety, and I was so touched by how the community as a whole didn't matter. It didn't matter about the race. It didn't matter about what your ethnicity. Well, none of that mattered. They were coming together for humanity's sake. We're not worried about where you come from or who you are. We just want to make sure that you're okay to live another day, and that was very, very heartwarming. This takes me back 12 years to Hurricane Katrina. At least I can say in the relief efforts following Harvey, it seems like they're getting stuff done a little bit better. So maybe they learned a little something from Katrina, because they getting these folks out of here. As soon as that water stops, and they can start getting moving out there, because as long as the rain is constantly coming down, it makes rescue efforts even harder. So now that the rain has stopped, let's deal with the aftermath of getting the water to get out of Houston and rebuilding people's lives. And it's going to take quite some time for this to happen. For one, I read somewhere 85% of the people down there in Houston don't even have flood insurance because they didn't feel that they needed it. That's going to be an issue. You got FEMA and the president saying that they, on deck to try to help get federal funding to help these people rebuild. But it's only so much the federal government is going to do. People's lives have been forever changed. And for some of those people in Houston, this was a blast from the past, because a lot of people who were displaced during Katrina moved to Houston. So they are going through this once again, and it just hurts my heart. And it also makes me thankful, see, because I could have been there. I was in Houston for a little while, then we went to Atlanta, then I wound up being able to come back to Louisiana. But 7 days, y'all. 7 days of contaminated water, and thank God that we ain't see so far on TV what y'all saw on TV when it was in relation to Katrina, because we saw dead bodies, snakes, alligators, all kinds of stuff, and it took them so long. 7 days on top of a roof, with fighting off rodents from joining you on the rooftop, and the sun beating down hot on your skin. And if you're a person who is sun sensitive, such as myself, was not the best conditions to be in. Now, a lot of people say, why when you got the warning that you didn't leave? Well, for them, they didn't even have they didn't have a mandatory evacuation, and a lot of people they underestimate the power of a natural disaster. Some people think that, because it has been time in history where people have said, y'all need to evacuate, and people don't evacuate because and then they wind up, it's not big, the storm don't be as big as they said it was. So the people that did evacuate probably could have set it out, but you never know when this is going to be that one. And the way they talked about Harvey all last week, I knew it was going to be a mother. I didn't think it was going to do the damage that it has done. I didn't think most of Houston would flood like that, but I knew it was going to be something bad. And I was upset that the governor and the mayors and all of that, they wasn't pushing for people to leave. You gave these people, in my opinion, a sense of false hope that they could survive this, when you pretty much knew. They know. They know. you know. But like I said, the relief efforts are amazing. I'm so glad people are reaching out to help these folks. Even folks that already have lost it all is still coming back into the community, getting others to safety and warmth, because that's what they need. They don't need to be in that damn cold ass water, because that water get cold at night. Okay, and if you sitting in it or you right above it, on top of a rooftop, that ain't the best, child. That ain't what you want. A lot of people ask me about why don't I talk in depth about Katrina, because I give you bits and pieces. That's all I'm able to do, because I'll never forget. Yes, I pushed through. I made it through, just like the people of Houston and the lower parts of Louisiana. We'll see that they gonna come through this, but it ain't nothing like being in that moment and seeing this stuff happen to you. It's not, and for a lot of people, like I said, this is the second time that they have lost it all, and people do get tired. I saw that there were people who did want to discuss what they were feeling and what happened to them, to cause them to be in the shelters and stuff, or wherever they being housed at. They talked about it, but then you saw some people that were very upset and didn't want to be on camera talking about nothing because they lost it all. It's easy to you don't know it until you lose everything. And my heart go out to those people, and I am so glad that as a country we are seeing people pull together to try to help these people. I don't care if you send money to the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, whoever you want to send it to. Now, I do side out a lot of the major charities, because I've gone back and researched after making donations myself, only to hear people saying that they still didn't receive the funding that was put there for them, to like the people hate it. So I don't really want to deal with nothing like that. Even though I do understand that the Red Cross and all those organizations do have overhead costs. They have to take a certain amount of their percentage to pay off the people that are working for them, because everybody ain't volunteering. But at the end of the day, you still should have, with as much money as was raised for Haiti, it should have been more done. That country shouldn't still look like a war zone, but it does. That's why I tell people, if you want to, find you a donation that's close or on the ground there in Houston, and send your monies or your items there. That's the closest you're going to get to knowing that your stuff went to the right place, in my opinion, that you pack up your shit and go deliver it down there yourself. I look at donating to people like this. Either you gonna donate or you're not gonna donate. And when you making that donation, you making that donation from your heart. You're not doing it for the no accolades from the public or none of that. That's why I kind of wish Kevin Hart hadn't did his Hurricane Harvey challenge. I don't feel like that was necessary, because everybody was seeing the same thing. And if any entertainer out there wanted to support or help out in the efforts, then they were going to do that anyway. They didn't need to have their name called out. But, I mean, I don't think he meant it in a bad way. I just wouldn't have chosen to do that. I wouldn't call nobody's name out. I'm going to do me, you do you. That's the way I feel about it. But there are a lot of people who are donating, and they are finding people close or people on the ground to be able to make sure their money is going the right way. But y'all don't ever worry about it, because if you sending money to help somebody that's truly in need, and that money those funds get misappropriated, trust and believe karma still exists today. So if I give you $5,000 and my 5,000 don't touch not one person's life down there in Houston, Texas, that ain't on me. My blessing is already sealed, and it's already going to be delivered unto me. You're the one who's going to have to suffer the wrath, because I gave from the bottom of my heart. That's why I say either give and don't worry about it, or give to somebody that you feel confident that's going to get the money where it needs to go. Now, like I said again, it was so heartwarming to see all the people helping each other try to get to safety. It really was. It was heartwarming to see that. Now, I don't know why our president, y'all president, went down there, because he is not a people person. He was promising the people of Texas that he was gonna make sure that the funding is available to help them rebuild, yada yada yada. I'm sorry I didn't take any confidence to that, and I may be completely out of order the way I feel about him, but he brings no comfort to me, because it seems like to me If it's not about his children or him directly, he really don't give a damn. He did that because he had to go down there. He knew some we was gonna drag his ass. We already had drug his ass about that shit he went over there in Arizona and said. So he was trying to, lighten up and make us like him more. But there's nothing that you can do to make me respect, much less like you, when I've already seen you for who you truly are. Maya Angelou said that best. When someone shows you who they are, believe them, baby. They ain't lying to you. They giving you the real tea. So we just gonna keep them in our prayers. And Joel Osteen, baby, they ate your ass alive. You tried not to open up that church. I heard a couple of lies. First, the church flooded, and then I heard that he was trying to gather a team to get to be in place to help with the evacuees. And then I heard that he said the city hadn't asked him to become open up his church as a shelter. I was like, you know what? That's what they get for putting all their money into prosperity preachers. I say it all the time, y'all. Give these people your money, and you be behind on your rent, your car note, bad. Y'all up in there eating ramen noodles and shit, and he over there eating steak, lobster, and shrimp. No, baby, that ain't how it's supposed to be. Now, I do believe that God takes care of his own. But, and I tell y'all again, many went, only few was chosen. Child, he might not have been chosen, okay? Because my first instinct would have been, I got this big ass church, I'm finna open this church up. What had happened was, when he started getting his ass drugged down there to the social media, they had a board of directors meeting for the church, because it's a board. And they told him, Joe, we're going to go and open up this church, honey. We're going to have to go on and open it up because they ready to drag you for Phil. And we got to think about long term. Now, we can open this church. And they probably going to fuck up some stuff in here, but this is what we going to do. We're going to be able to afford to deal with the funding to rebuild or to repair whatever they do. What we don't want to do is lose these tithes and offerings that come in here every Sunday. So to show that you are a people person and a man of God, you go ahead on and you open up them church doors and let them people in here. We'll worry about getting the repair work done later. But it's better to nip this in the bud now than to see it affect our funding later on. Because we got to keep getting our $77 million annually. We got to keep getting there. We can't have that. And I know that you want to keep getting yours because you got these nice homes, this private jet, these fancy cars, this jewelry. You and your wife Victoria, y'all look good. So y'all need to go on and open up that church, and he did. The power of social media. The power of social media. You better be ready when you tell the public something. Especially in a situation like this where you got people that's going to be nosy, that's going to go down to your church, take pictures, and upload it to the social media. You might want to do better. But my heart and my prayers are out to the people of Houston. Find you if you want to donate. It's Famous is putting up a lot of people that are in need down there. If you're down on IG or on Twitter, go to Famous. She has different links and stuff that you can donate. Or if you know any local churches that are on the ground in Houston, you may want to reach out to one of them or something like that if you're not comfortable sending your money to a big time organization like Red Cross. You don't have to. You can donate and do whatever it is that you want to do. Do your part to help these people. And I'm just, my hearts and prayers are with each and every person that's going through this. I know the struggle. I know how you feel today as you realize we thank God for life, but I lost everything. And for some people, it's like back to back because it's 12 years away from apart that this happened in New Orleans for the people that had migrated to Houston after Katrina. So my thoughts and prayers are with them, and child, we gonna overcome this too. Keep your head up. Just know that don't question. Don't bother questioning. Just go head on and believe that this too shall pass. I promise you. You lost it all today, but it's a minor setback for a major comeback for many of you if you trust and you believe and just do your part. And we as Americans need to really do our parts to help, because at the end of the day, this is about humanity. This ain't about I don't like you because you white. I don't like you because you Puerto Rican or Hispanic, whatever. I don't like you because you from across the pond. It ain't about that. It's about humanity. So if you can donate, be it your time or your coins or both, reach out to an organization and Do your part to help the people of Hurricane Harvey, you know. And we got our good eye on our rain because she out there in the Atlantic right now cutting up a fool. They don't know if she going to come our way or not. But y'all just keep the people of Louisiana and Texas in your prayers and do your part if you able to do it. And I always tell y'all, if you can't do nothing, honey, you can bow down and say a prayer. Because the words say, well, one or two is gathered in my name, I'm there. And if by two of us get together on a serious prayer about sending God to over there to help his people. He already over there, but he a jealous God. He like to know we depend on him. See, he like a jealous man. He gotta have you. If he can't have all of you, he don't want none of you. So, you know, do our parts here, and I'll be back tomorrow with Tangled and Twisted, the web series. Child, I'm tired of talking now. I've been back to back on y'all ass today. But just keep them people in your prayers. Tomorrow you'll get Tangled and Twisted, the web series. I'm sorry it's going to be coming out late. But shit, I'm tired, and I had to take a day for me. Because yesterday was fatigue day, and I don't play with this shit because that can lead you to the hospital. Y'all remember the depth of your struggle will always determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate this video down below. Ratings get me recognized on these YouTube streets. Comment down in the comment section. I love talking to you, and let's keep it respectful. I said what I said, and I'm going to stand firm in that. You might be able to give me information that may change my mind. It may not, but over here we agree to disagree. Become a love thing for the free 99 by hitting the subscribe button and then tapping the notification bell so that you can know each and every time that I'm down here on these YouTube streets talking to y'all, okay? And share the video if you share videos, wherever you share videos. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Tangled and Twisted. Peace.